Well, Gaza has violated truce by accidentally firing a rocket into Israel after the two negotiated a ceasefire to end 5 days of deadly hostilities. The Palestinian fighting groups have now claimed the launch was a so-called unintentional technical error. The rocket, which was fired on Sunday, landed in southern Israel in an open area. However, shortly afterwards, reports of explosions from northern Gaza were reported. Palestinians in the vicinity have alleged an outpost in the area was struck by Israel. The military has refrained from issuing any comments on the alleged retaliation as of now. The incident has not raised any calls for changes in terms of the truce from either side. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has praised Israel's conduct in the crossfire that took place last week, while adding that the initiative meant that silence would be met with silence. Meanwhile, the offensive proved politically beneficial to the Israel government. Polls conducted by several local media channels showed that Netanyahu's popularity has seen a sudden spike after the 5-day offensive. Respondents were asked to rate Netanyahu against two prominent opposition figures and also sought ratings for blocs and parties which will be contesting elections. The two leaders against whom Netanyahu's approval was sought were the leader of the opposition, Yair Lapid, and former Defense Minister Benny Gantz. The first poll showed that 38% of the respondents preferred Netanyahu, while 37% preferred Gantz. While compared to Lapid, 42% supported the Prime Minister as compared to only 28% who were in favor of Lapid. Though no elections are slated to be held anytime soon, such polls affect public opinion and influence planning of political parties. A rise in Netanyahu's popularity has come in the backdrop of the massive protests which have rocked the entire country. The Prime Minister's popularity suffered a massive blow owing to his now halted judicial reforms, which had put Israel in a state of unrest. But the crackdown against Gaza fighters has worked to shift the focus from these protests instead to raise support for Netanyahu. Jody Cohen has more.
Polls published on Monday suggest a boost for Prime Minister Netanyahu. That's likely to be because of general support, interestingly from the opposition as well as from the coalition, for Israel's strikes against Islamic Jihad militant targets. This latest round of fighting came after Islamic Jihad fired rockets into Israel after an Islamic Jihad hunger striker died in Israeli prison last week. However, the polls also show the opposition bloc still slightly ahead, and protests are continuing against the coalition's now paused judicial reform proposals. The government's next priority is likely to be to pass the state budget, or the country by law will head to elections. This is Jody Cohen for WION World is One.